Okay, so example one, you buy a pair of jeans that is 30% off the original price of $29. What is the sales price? So the first thing we are going to do is step one, we're going to find the percent of $29. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use that percent equation. And 30% times 29, 0.30 times 29, that will equal, I'll do the work over here. One, two, that equals $8.70. But the $8.70 is the discount, how much money is off. So what I need to do is I need to take $8.70, or to actually take the original price, which is $29 minus $8.70. I can also do that over here. $20.30. So that is my sale price. Good. That's a good price for jeans. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our next example. There is a store selling sandals 20% off their original price. What is the sale price of sandals if originally priced at $20? So here we need to find 20% of $20. Okay, so I'm going to multiply, actually I'm going to write P% times B. I'm going to multiply 20% times 20, that is 0.20 times $20. I need to make these multiplication signs different than the decimals, and that is actually going to equal $4. So the discount is $4, but again, we are looking for the sale price, and the sale price is not $4. That is the discount. So what I need to do is take the original price, $20, minus the $4, and that equals 16. So my new price for those flip-flops is $16 for the sale price, excuse me. Oops. Sale price. Okay, $16. All right, moving on to example 3. Now, this example is finding markup and retail price. So I think remember when I taught you in the last session, I told you about that Mia's shop and how Mia goes and she buys wholesale, and then she, as a store owner, has to put a markup on her items. So here we're going to be looking at the same sort of thing, except this is about a skateboard store. So a store that sells skateboards buys them from a manufacturer at a wholesale price of $57. The store's markup is 150%. What is the retail price? So now what we are going to do is we're going to find 150% of $57. So I'm going to simply, again, I'll take A equals P% times B. I'll take 150% times $57. That's going to be 1.5 times 57. Let me do my side work here. Now, 1.5 is the decimal of 150%. So let's see here, 35, 57, 5, 5, 8, 1, 1. So I get 1.5% is $85.50. Now, let's see, the store's markup is 100. What is the retail price? So the retail price is actually going to be this plus the original $57. Actually, I want to make sure of that because, yes, it is. So we take that step one is finding the percent of the number But the step 2 is adding. So we are going to add $85.50 plus $57, and that equals $142.50. So I should add a dollar sign there. This skateboard at the store is going to be sold for $142.50. That includes the $57 that the store paid to get the skateboards, as well as the markup that they added to make a profit off the skateboard. Okay, let's look at the next example. A store buys toy guitars from a manufacturer at a wholesale price of $38. The store's markup is 85%. What is the retail price? So again, this is a store marking up, but this time it's going to be toy guitars. Let me draw my little toy guitar here. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so let's go ahead and find 85% of $38. So that's going to be 0.85 times 38. And that is going to equal, in my side work over here, 38 times 0.85. $32.30. So then I take, so that's going to be $32.30. That is the markup. And then I need to take $32.30 and add it to $38. And that is going to equal $70.30. So once again, the $38 is what the store bought the guitar for, and $32.30 is the markup. So when the retail price is $70.30. Okay, next example. Tips. All right, so we've all been out to dinner, so we can relate to the tipping. You know, we give tips when, well, it's actually customary to give tips all the time, but really what we're tipping is the type of, we are giving a gratuity. We're showing our we're showing our gratitude rather for good service. And typically a tip can be 15% to 20%, even 25% if you feel like you got some amazing service. So here we have, at a restaurant, you order a meal that costs $15, you leave a 20% tip. What is the total cost of the meal? So once again, we're going to find 20% of 15. So I can use that percent equation, 20% times 15, 0.20 times 15, that equals $3. So that is the tip, okay? Now the tip is added to the cost of the meal. So the meal was $15, I add $3, my total is $18. Okay, last example. Okay, this is a multi-step problem. So actually I'm going to color in my belt here because there we go. All right, so it says find the total. We have a $60 belt. It's 20% off, and then we have 9% tax. So the first thing we're going to do is the 20% off. So we're going to find 20% of $60. Actually, I should say 20% of 60. So we're going to go 20% times 60, which has got it. We have to put a decimal, times 60, and that is going to equal $12. So that is the discount. So that's how much we get. Now a discount is what we get off of a price. So I'm going to subtract in step 2. So this was step 1. Step 2, I take 60 minus 12 and I get $48. So that is my sale price. But now I have a 9% tax. So I have to add 9%. So we're going to take 48 now because that's our sale price. And we're going to find 9%. So 48, 9% of 48. And that is going to be 0.09 times 48. I'll do that work over here. 72, 6, let's see, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 43. And then that's going to be 0, 0. So 432, boom, boom, 432. So then we get 48 plus 432. Okay, so out the door, that bell is costing you $52.32. Yay. Okay, let's look at this example. Here we have a Wahoo's bill. So here, the bill was, what was this bill? It was $6.69. So the bill was $6.69. Ooh, I don't like that. $6.69. And let's say we wanted to give, Wahoo's always gives really nice service actually. We want to give them a 20% tip. So what we're going to do is we're going to find 20% of $6.69. So once again, we're going to use the percent equation. We're going to find 20% of 669. So 6.69 times 0.20 is going to be 0.8331 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like it comes out to about $1.34. So it's $1.34 for a tip. I actually would probably just round that up to $1.50 because it's easier. But the total of the price is, let's see, the total for the meal plus tip, I have to add $6.69 plus $1.34, $8.03. So that's pretty good for a yummy lunch. All right, guys, so that is our tips, discounts, markups, and sales tax lesson. I will be more than happy to answer any questions for you live. Have a good night. Bye.